Welcome to everybody. Last week we went over making characters. We're going to do a short adventure that I've homebrewed that will go today and next weekend probably. Have you sequestered yourselves? Have you seen any other Pathfinder anything of content or gameplay since our character creation?
It was very tempting, but I was able to stop myself.
Give a, TLDR, who your character is.
I am playing Duval Griffinblade Jr. Esquire, a noble cleric, war priest, I believe.
Yeah, I'm playing Dunmere. He's a rock dwarf champion. Yeah, so protection champion, kind of like frontline tank.
This is Kane. The Kane is from, mostly inspired by Final Fantasy IV's Kane. I built this as a barbarian dragon instinct with silver dragon as my instinct and went with the half orc as my ancestry. I'll try to compare this to how I play barbarian in D&D 5e, where I'm mostly just reckless. Let's see how that goes.
I'm playing Shank, goblin, rogue, unbreakable goblin. Obviously he's fitting. He's an edgy criminal. Probably gonna be the party scout, I assume, given the fact that I'm highest dexterity, highest stealth. And I'm playing a thief rogue.
There's been somebody stealing the corpses.
Then let's definitely find a spot for this evening to set up a little watch.
What reward will we get since, incurring a favor from us should...
Oh, of course. Of course. 15 gold pieces, if you can get to the bottom of it. There is a secret check now being done for the party by the GM, and I'm checking your society skills. Dunmere Mountain Fury, you know that the going rate is higher for a job of this caliber.
I mean, it's against the law, so it's good enough for me just to take care of it. We should split up, maybe?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, 2 on each side.
Plain as day, you see 4 goblins coming from the north. They're approaching openly. It looks like they assume no one's here. At what point do you want to engage them?
Well, once they break a law. I mean, at this point, they're just goblins walking.
Yeah, I forgot that there's, you need probable cause. Sorry.
Well,
Well, they also have shovels and a sack.
Yeah.
Okay, that's probable cause. Let's go.
Yeah.
Under initiative on the left side, because you guys are, as they're getting closer, you guys kind of need to stay hidden and be focused on that. Normally you roll perception for initiative, but I'm asking you now to click that drop-down menu and click stealth so that you're rolling stealth for initiative.
I would like to formal protest the stealth roll. I want to cast magic weapon on Dunmere.
So magic weapon gives you a +1 status bonus on your attack rolls and gives you an extra damage die.
I want to move down here to pull some of the goblins off of Shank, hopefully.
Mellow Goblin Warrior takes out a dog slicer and goes for Shank. Here we go with a second attack. There's Shank got shanked. Dog slicers have the backstabber trait. They do an extra point of damage when a target is flat-footed, so that's going to be 4 slashing damage. The Inquisitive Goblin Warrior takes out a dog slicer, moves right here. Dirty Goblin Warrior has a reaction when one of its allies ends its move action next to it. It can step 5 feet.
Getting flanked again.
I'll attack first because I have the magic weapon.
There we go.
All right, there's your hit. And it's a magically blessed Warhammer, click damage. And that was a second damage die, and you get to add your strength. That's 11 damage, and this goblin falls to the ground, and all the other goblins look at you in amazement.
I'm gonna feint against the metal goblin.
Wow, the dice rolls have been low today, but that's just one of your actions.
I'm gonna twin feint with 2 actions. First one is normal.
Yep. Ooh, there you go.
Ooh,
26, and because its armor class was 16, that is a critical hit. Exactly, because it's 10 over. So click critical damage. That's 14, and we double the bonus to damage. So that is a shanked goblin warrior. And I believe Twin Feint must
Same target, I think.
Yeah, it must be against the same target, so you committed. So there's actually a reason not to use that sometimes. The chummy goblin warrior now wants to get away.
Are there opportunity attacks as it runs away?
No.
Oh.
Can you throw a spear?
Yes.
I will throw my spear at him.
Ooh.
Whoa, you rolled a natural
Yeah.
20. Now roll crit damage on the spear. 17 damage right in the backside through the heart. Chummy Goblin Warrior gets farther away. Is the party going to give pursuit?
He's not
Yeah.
escaping. We're letting him get away.
Yeah, exactly.
It's speaking in Goblin.
Why are you sitting corpses?
The Necromancer wanted it.
If we wanted to talk to this Reznor, where would we find him?
Oh, you'd have to go that way several hours to get there. But there's strong guards. We can't even go inside. He'll kill you. What are you
Look
going
at
to
that. Is
do?
that a goblin?
Is he lying?
Wow. I was just gonna pick
He
him
doesn't.
up.
You don't think he's lying? I did a die roll.
I'm just gonna grab him, pick him up, and tell him to lead the way while just holding him.
You guys are clearly coercing him. Yeah, I'm doing a roll. I'm doing an intimidation roll for one of you who wants to do this with a big circumstance bonus because you guys have him tied up and stuff.
I have a +5 on my intimidation right now.
Okay, I actually did. I would have. Yeah, that counts. I would have done it as a secret roll
So, oops.
because there's a chance that he might, try to deceive you. However, goblins have a very low will save, and you got a bonus to that. Yeah, you only needed a 13, so you succeeded. It's about 9 in the evening. Without a night's
Okay.
rest,
Lay
you'll
on
become
hands as well.
fatigued.
Oh.
Yeah, we should probably
You'll
need
become
to go
fatigued
home.
once it's
Rest,
past your
yes.
bedtime.
Then we should probably camp for the night and then head out first thing in the morning.
How severe is fatigued in Pathfinder?
-1 to your AC and saving throws.
Ah.
Pretty good.
Every +1 matters. So which means
Bigger.
every
So, okay,
minus
so
one matters.
You also
bigger
cannot
than
do.
heavy.
You cannot do exploration activities while fatigued. What are you going to do with this
Attack.
goblin?
Throw him in the sack.
Actually, coerce. I realize it's a pretty cool action. They're going to comply for a whole period of time. It is now the next morning. He has not tried to escape. Guggle will not lie. I will make sure you're safe. And you can tell he's not completely telling the truth there. That he's going to look for a chance to escape if he can, but he can't right now. Anything you thought about that
bow.
first combat?
Honestly, I thought the multi-attack penalty was gonna be a lot worse than what it seems.
It's definitely
I,
bad when you make a third attack.
Yeah, because I saw I have like a minus on my third attack, but doing 2 attacks seems fine.
I like how you have so many actions that and different things that you can do. And funny story, I completely forgot about my cantrips. I could have just cantripped him. I'm digging it. I'm digging all the variable stuff that you can do in a round.
I'm reading around like the skill actions that you can do, and skills are much more useful in combat than that in D&D. Oh lord, just from demoralize intimidation. That sounds so good, and shoving a bit athletics. I can see myself doing this more than just attacking, which is a big problem for me in D&D 5e as a martial, because all of it is just attack and attack.
Yeah, now I'm actually really wishing you did more charisma.
Having to do some things that were free before that use one of your 3 actions, like moving or taking out a weapon, also means you have to think more about
Yeah.
whether something's worth doing. You've been directed to the cave that Reznor lives at. You see two ledges, each of them about 6 feet high. It looks like you would need to climb these up with nothing in your hands. And they have bows. What do you do? Climbing takes an action. It would be a short
We
period.
could probably get up there in 1 or 2 rounds.
Yeah. Chat saying you would also be flat-footed while climbing to.
Can I do a high jump?
DC 30 athletics check.
Only 30?
This is by
You only
roll.
need
A natural 20 would get it for you because a failure would become a regular success.
What if Shank causes the distraction by shooting, and then maybe diving behind cover, drawing their attention that way, and then we rush this side and rush up?
They have a -4 circumstance penalty to perception. Beat a 13 with a stealth check.
Oops.
Ah, you make it. This goblin led you the way here. You've tied his arms up. What do you guys
He's
do?
gonna yell.
I knew it. As he opens his mouth, I want to try and stick my fingers in his mouth.
He yells, "Help!" And we now enter initiative. I think everyone's rolling stealth still. Yeah, all of you guys are.
Why do you hate us?
Yuki, if you were doing surprise attack, they would be flat-footed to all of your attacks. If you were doing stealth for initiative.
Yeah, I am rolling stealth.
Okay, good. That is a hit. Direct
nice.
hit. You get sneak attack damage also. One shot. All right, this
Not
guy's
really.
flat-footed to you also. I'm going to give a hero point to
Because
Shank. And
it's nice.
also to Andrew for, I think he thought of this. It was like a plan, so.
Yeah.
Oh! Okay.
Oh, that's awful.
Hold on. For your damage, make sure it says flat-footed target and then click critical. You guys, sneak attack doubles on a critical, and short bows have the deadly D10 trait.
Oh, right.
Let it rain.
Oh my god, that's a lot of dice.
Yeah.
That's 19 damage, and you hit it in the head, and you miss its cerebral cortex, and it has 1 hit point left.
Oh,
Oh.
Superficial goblin warrior is quick-tempered hobgoblin soldier. He's retreating in deeper.
Yeah, makes sense.
No one in the party can see him right now.
I'm just gonna start climbing up then. Is that an athletics check or?
Yep, go ahead. I think you need a 15. Wall with small handholds. No.
Oh.
Just means you don't make progress.
I believe I shall climb here as well. What?
Oh no. You
What
fall
is
and land prone, and standing up is an action.
Yeah, I'll stand up.
All right, that's your turn.
Oh, this is sadness.
See, goblins
All
were
right,
easy.
so-
It's the wall. No, that's really a 16, so you make it up.
Yes.
All right. Every +3 strength bonus matters. Gormless, the goblin warrior, takes out a short bow.
As an action, I'm gonna try to climb.
Ah,
Yikes.
Oh no, you also fall.
Go near the wall once again and we'll climb once more.
Ooh,
Nice.
you make it. And while you're making it over the lip, a hobgoblin readied an action against you
Ooh.
and
All right.
fired at you while you were flat-footed.
Ooh.
All right.
And 14
You missed.
misses by 1. Every +1 matters. You make it to the top.
Then I climb again.
Here's a flurry of arrows coming at Kane.
That's a lot of arrows.
I rolled a critical hit.
Oh, am I still flat-footed?
Oh, you are still flat-footed. You are not critically hit. So
All right.
it also has a deadly D10, by the way. That's 2 damage, a lot better than 2d6 plus D10.
Thank God.
And now we get 2d6 plus D10. And that's going to be 18
Arresting
damage.
points.
It's
I'm
going
gonna use
to
my protector's sacrifice.
Yes. Tell us what that is. It's a focus point.
Yes, it's I reduce damage by 3 and I take it instead.
I think it wants to.
Get up from prone. Climb again.
You need to travel 10 feet. Oh.
Nope.
Okay. Nope. All right. I'll just point out that if you're level 10 characters, you'd probably critically succeed every check and climb up 10 feet. Quick-tempered hobgoblin soldier fire at Kane.
Oh Lord.
Oh, geez. Okay.
I'm done.
Wow.
This is going to be 7 damage, and that takes you down to 0. And because it's a critical hit that brought you down, you go straight to the dying 2 condition. And
That's nasty.
it readies an action. Also, because you got knocked out, your initiative lem goes right before the effect that took you out. That gives the whole party a round to
Oh, that's nice.
try to bring you back.
You only have
go.
Excellent. You're making it. But the hobgoblin did ready in action.
That's what I assumed.
I'm going to heal.
You can cast 1, 2, or 3 actions. Which one do you want to use? Do you know what they
Is
do?
it the one with 2 actions heals an additional 8 plus my D8 roll, right?
Yeah. You get
So
14
I'll
health
take-
back. Because you were brought up from the dying condition, you gain the wounded 1 condition. If you are knocked down again, your dying value would be... If the same thing happens again to you, you'll go straight to dying 3 because you add your current wounded condition when you're knocked out.
That makes
I'm gonna draw my short bow
Ooh, okay. There we go.
at the hobgoblin who's almost dead.
Just gonna start moving forward as well. I'm going to raise my shield as well.
So I'll move there as an action, and then I wish to cast Daze on the goblin.
However, you are a human and it's in low light, so you need to do a flat check to target something that has concealment.
Okay.
So just roll a d20. A flat check means no modifiers apply,
Okay.
and you need a 5 or higher to succeed at targeting it. Oh,
This is why I don't roll.
okay. Gormless Goblin Warrior damage you.
And then I can shield block that, correct?
Yes. The hardness of your shield is 5, so it completely negates that damage. It yells, ah! It drops its weapon and bows down before you.
Go up and time up.
In the game, it is 3 o'clock.
Everybody huddle up within 30 feet of me, and I will cast an AoE heal to give everybody a little bit of healing.
Wait, skills can restore your health also. The treat wounds.
Oh, can they?
Yeah. Takes 10 minutes to treat wounds on 1 person. Also, Kane has the wounded condition, and the only way to remove that is treating wounds or being at full health and resting 10 minutes.
I can try to treat his wounds. I would also kind of like a 10-minute break because I can get the focus point back, right?
Are you guys, what are you guys doing with the goblin?
This time, we're going to stuff his mouth.
We never go in there, never. We just leave the bodies up there. I don't know what's in there. They had some loot on them. I don't know if any of you want splint mail.
Oh.
That's some good armor.
Is heavy armor, I believe, right? Would like that splint mail, but
Throw a quick detect magic to see if anything, stands out.
The
21
sword,
for the job.
the sword is magical.
Oh.
And someone with Arcana can try to identify it, which is a 10-minute activity.
Everything in this game is 10 minutes,
Everything
Ron.
is 10 minutes increments.
They're gonna,
Yeah.
they're gonna 10-minute you to death.
It's the turn from old D&D.
Oh yeah.
Turns were 10 minutes.
The turn,
Oh.
where each
Yeah.
round was 1 minute. It was an entire minute of parrying and
Parrying
fencing.
and
well, I'll treat Kane.
medicine check. And someone else can try to aid also.
Ooh,
Oh,
I
very
will.
good.
I will aid.
14,
Ooh.
18. So that succeeds and gives a +1 circumstance bonus. Damir gets a 24. That succeeds, beats the goal of 15. Roll 2d8. If he had gotten 25, he would have rolled 4d8.
So close.
I can see the point of having 1 circumstance bonus.
Yep.
Every +1 matters.
If Lord
Ron
Tub-
says it.
If Lord Tub had critically succeeded, he'd be giving a +2 to this check. Okay, that's 9 health restored to Kane, who also loses the wounded condition. In the meantime, would someone want to try to identify the sword? Okay, I'm going to do a secret roll for you. You don't identify its exact magical properties. You may want to wield it and see what happens.
The unusual object is interesting.
You identify it as a grappling gun. This wooden pistol-like device features a large reel coiled with 100 feet of thin metal cord and can fire a grappling hook up to 100 feet. Clockwork controls the reel. This is a level 1 item.
Extremely valuable.
And I think someone can try to identify this bomb. You identify this too as a bottled lightning, an alchemical bomb. It is a martial weapon. It does 1d6 electricity damage. It also does 1 electricity splash damage in a 5-foot radius. If it directly hits something, it makes them flat-footed until the start of your next turn.
Oh.
Unusual longsword. You want to take it, Demir?
Yeah, I'll pick it up.
Okay. And there's also a wooden shield if anyone wants that.
I'm done for dual wielding, bro.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
All right.
I have a skill.
I already regret it because I can already tell that range is king again. Seemingly.
Well, in this scenario, it was.
Yeah.
Also, they have the high ground.
The high ground.
That was rough. Getting up there
was
was
over.
rough.
Yeah.
And then Ron was rolling like a madman.
Any other thoughts?
I'd say there's a lot of potential in like the 3 actions.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just that I still don't know how to get around with it unless I have like an opportunity to do so.
Yeah, like 3 actions a lot more because
There's a skill feat called Combat Climber that lets you have a free hand while climbing, and you're not flat-footed while climbing. That's one thing that...
There's also like a ratio feat for goblins, I think, that lets you get a tail. That gives you the same thing.
Oh yeah, a tail. You can climb with the tail.
I mean, already it's speeding up as we're like, move here. Okay, no items in my hand. Stand up. So that's kind of neat. It just kind of starts coming natural.
Flame Loud asks, what about that sneak attack? Were you blown away by the damage?
That was a whole lot of life.
Yeah, that was a lot. It's essentially the same as it is in 5e, so that's not really... except the fact that I can roll it more than once, but
Yeah, you can get sneak attack more than once.
that's what I was gonna say earlier about the 3 action economy. I like it so much better because with D&D, like you have your set actions like move, attack, bonus action. So if you are already next to an enemy as a martial character, you attack, and that's it. Like you don't get to use your move, you don't get to use your bonus, or you might get to use your bonus action if you have something for that.
you usually do because that's...
It feels like you're missing out on part of the turn if you don't get to like do your move action.
One thing I had to do for 5th edition to fill those gaps that Pathfinder seems to have filled is when I would make magic items for my players, every magic item had an attack action thing that you could do with it. It had a reaction you could do with it. It had a move action. You could even spend your move action to do something cool with it. And it had a bonus action. And it really helped fill those gaps for classes that don't have things to do. Like my wife had a crossbow that she could activate. She could burn her move action, and it was this skull crossbow, and it would turn into a ballista, which then allowed me to put like massive golems in the game. And she's shooting a ballista at it. And then she'd spend her move action and turn back into a crossbow, but she couldn't move that round. But she was a thief, so she would spend her bonus action to move, and so it created a dynamic. And I did that for everybody. You got a magic item in my world, it had 4 things that it did to fill that action economy and to give you the variety that I'm already seeing in Pathfinder.
Yeah.
That's cool. Regarding bonus actions, they are usually, well, if you don't build for them, they are pretty much useless. That's why pretty much every meta martial build builds for bonus actions. That's why you see the same weapons over and over again. That's why you see glaives. That's why you see hand crossbows, because they have feats that support them and they can give you bonus action attacks with them. With Polearm Master, you can smack with the butt end of the Polearm. And with hand crossbow, thanks to funny interactions with rules, which say that if you make an attack with one-handed weapon, you can make a bonus action attack with a hand crossbow. Guess what fits one-handed weapon? Hand crossbow.
Hand crossbow. Yeah.
So you can just shoot as an action and bonus action shoot.
What is your marching order? You see 6 dead bodies on the floor here.
I have the shield and heavy armor, so probably heading first.
At this time, the bodies on the ground start to rise.
I knew it!
Oh.
Okay, that is a 14, and you hit this prone, witty zombie shambler. And that is 9 damage. It is also has weakness 5 to slashing damage. So it takes 14 damage. And it is still moving. One more action, Shank. All right, that's another hit. And you have done 14 more damage, and it is a destroyed zombie. The dogmatic zombie shambler stands up and shambles towards you. And it's done because it only has 2 actions. Zombies only have 2 actions. The tattooed skeleton guard stands up, removes its skull, and throws it at you.
All right.
And it makes a Jaws attack from range.
What?
Okay, so that is a hit. 3 piercing
Not
damage. He does a demoralize check against all of you.
Okay.
Compare it to your will DCs.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
16 for me.
Okay, Dumir is unfazed, but the rest of you are frightened 1 by what just happened. That means it's a -1 status penalty to all of your checks and DCs, including your AC, but it fades away after your turn ends. And the head bounces, rolls back to it. It's in the middle of rolling, so it's blinded. The head returns to it at the start of its next turn. Okay.
That's amazing.
The wise skeleton guard stands up, 4 damage. And
So my retributive strike.
here we go. Yes, retributive strike. What does it do?
I give damage resistance equal to 2 plus my level, so 3 slashing damage resistance.
Yes. There's a stench emanating from this zombie. Kane, you see that your wounds from the skeletons are starting to fester as the moment the zombie walked close to you. You take 1d6 damage.
Chat says that feint doesn't work on mindless creatures.
Oh, your chat is correct. That's something I've said in my own videos. But it doesn't matter here. Yeah, it's a mindless creature, and feint has the mental trait.
I will attack this guy next to me. Hopefully this works now.
Ooh, that is a 20. Let's see what a barbarian does on a crit.
Let's see. Let's check that out.
Oh, wow. And that is, okay, so that's 26 slashing damage. It has resistance 5 to slashing damage, so it takes 21 slashing. It also resists cold, so that's only 24. This skeleton, I'm showing off something about Pathfinder skeletons and zombies. They have these, each of them has a list of features that you can assign to it, special abilities, and this one is to explode. Its bones shatter and explode as the necromantic energy holding it together is released. Adjacent creatures take 1d6 slashing damage. Kane and Dumir should roll reflex saves.
Oh my lord! I would like to use a hero point.
Okay. All right. So right-click your die.
Still have my
Right-click your die result, and
Oh.
well.
Oh.
Anyway, hero points turn out
Anyway.
like that sometimes. You take 5 slashing damage, Kane.
Can I use my retributive strike again here?
I believe you can, and
So he would take
But it's
3
dead,
less
isn't
damage.
it?
yes.
I will try to trip the enemy.
Oh, with your reach weapon, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, so that is actually a 12. He has a weapon that has the trip trait, right? So he can actually do trips with it. Yeah, his reflex DC was 10, so it falls to the ground. It's prone. Dogmatic zombie shambler gonna stand up with its first action. It only has 1 action left, and it's going to, and that is a 9 that misses. The head returns to this skeleton, and I think it could do it again. It's going to throw
Needs a bow.
it's going to throw its head at Kane. You get +1 AC because of another creature in front. That's going to be a hit, and
Oh,
you get 6 damage. Demoralize can't be attempted against the same creature.
so
I think
only I
only
would.
Duval.
Yeah.
Oh,
Of course, you roll another 20.
all right.
Is that like your 10th 20?
That makes you frightened too, which is a problem.
There we go.
Ooh,
Hey.
that is a critical hit. Exactly. gonna be reduced by 5 because it has resistance to slashing, but
Right.
that kills it. If you had not critted, it would have resisted it, stayed on its feet.
I'm going to lay on hands on Kane.
All right, so that's 6 hit points returned to Kane, plus 2 to AC for a round.
Since everything is within 30 feet of me, I'm going to do the AoE heal, which will top off our party members and hit all the undead.
All of the party members heal 4, and the enemies, they're going to do fortitude saves. They also have a regular success. It's a basic save, so they take half damage. And I believe, however, that the zombies are weak to positive damage, so they take an extra 5. So they each take 7 damage.
I'll say I like that AoE.
That is a
Nice.
critical hit. And that does 20. That includes backstabber. And it's slashing, so you add 5.
Oof.
And that its AC is only 10 when it's flanked. And that's 20. That's a destroyed zombie.
Wow.
That was so good.
14 is a hit. And you do 11, and it is weak to slashing, so that's 16 damage. And it is destroyed.
Do like a cool dragoon jump on a skeleton.
Yeah.
That's the thing. I only have like 1 action left.
You can do the leap action. That's what you're allowed to do. 10 feet. It's 2 actions to long jump. Oh, you have quick jump. Oh, okay. Roll an athletics check, and that's how many feet you can travel.
All right.
You're like doing the crouching
Nat
tiger,
20.
hidden dragon.
Look at that.
Ooh. All right,
There
you
you go.
can move 5 squares, or 25 feet somewhere.
That's awesome.
Yeah, skill feats are
Here.
cool. Helton says. Shank.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay.
You didn't
Roll critical damage and sneak attack.
need the +1.
No. That's going to be 20. Has resistance 5, but it's still destroyed. It does not explode. Its ability was to throw its head.
I'll do a quick bandage of Kane and then move on.
I'm going to ask for an open perception roll. Oh, you don't notice it. So you fall. However, you get a reaction, the grab and edge reaction. Do a reflex save. Okay. That is going to be a 13, not succeed, and you fall 20 feet and take half that in damage. There's some stairs going down, and there's some skeletons on the floor, and there's 2 statues in alcoves. And alas, the statue comes to life.
Of course.
Oh, it's last.
Move up here. Yeah. I'm gonna block it in, try blocking at least.
Okay.
Ooh.
I forgot to target it, but
Okay, 18. You hit it. You hit it on the side, but it seems to be quite tough.
oh, I didn't hit. Okay.
Yeah, it's like, and it just kind of brushes it off. You did not hit its AC. No. You have
Then
not
I'm
hit
going
anything yet.
to raise my shield then.
All right. You did a great job fainting, but seem to not care.
Oh,
That is definitely a hit. It also benefits from cover at this angle, but you still hit it.
all right.
Ooh, that is 14 damage, and it is reduced to 8 because of hardness. It has hardness.
So I'll cast Magic Weapon on Kane.
You can delay in Pathfinder if you want to shuffle your order.
See, I'm still thinking 5th edition where there is no delay anymore. You ready in action.
This is a lot more tactical, being able to delay your turn.
Drop my shanker and I'm gonna draw my bow.
But that does not hit. Stylish animated statue holds its fist together and goes,
Ow!
21
Yeah.
has plus 11 to
Plus
attack.
11.
And it's going to hit for 13
Shield
bludgeoning.
blocks on that.
All right, so what it does is it subtracts the hardness and then applies it both to your hit points and to your shield.
Wow.
All right, when it goes down to 10, it becomes broken. That was its first attack. Here's its second.
Oh Lord.
Pow. Oh.
Oh,
And it's
God.
gonna attack again. That's an 18, but thankfully you raise your shield. Okay, that's a miss.
try another attack.
Okay. 15? If you haven't guessed, you're now facing a higher level enemy in Pathfinder.
Yeah.
The counterbalancing is you're going to see it in action.
Go pick my shield back up.
Oh,
All right.
no one's remembered their hero points. And you
Right.
basically waste them if you don't use them by the end of the session. Okay, rage.
Oh.
Okay, that's a miss. Okay, I'm giving you a hero point. You want to spend it?
Sure.
Okay.
Let's see what.
I owed the party a 4th hero point.
Oh, what?
Oh,
That's even
okay.
worse.
You're learning why some people house rule hero points. I like it actually because it's a gamble. Okay, well at least that was all spent on your first roll.
You know what? Let's try tripping him. Oh my God.
Oh well.
So I would like to heal my friend who is got punched in the face.
You got 51 people giving advice. Okay, 10 hit points. Okay, so do the stealth versus its perception DC. That succeeds. It is flat-footed to you. 19 is a hit because it was flat-footed. You do 5 damage, and it resists all of it.
Yeah.
As hardness, yeah. So the stylish animated statue will continue its punishment of Dunmere.
Boy.
14 misses.
Oof.
Oh, geez. What do you guys do to my dice?
Hey.
Those are 3 misses.
Lord.
All right, you say a prayer.
Yes. I'm gonna start by attacking it.
Ooh.
Luck changed sides apparently.
Yeah.
And I roll
Maybe
a
you should have
critical.
given him the magic weapon.
Okay, that's 13. That becomes 7 damage. You have
Back
2 more
up.
actions.
And raise my shield.
Oh,
All right.
that misses due to cover.
Oh,
Sorry.
really? Damn.
Yeah. Chat says another point of moving away is that the enemy has to waste an action to swing at someone again.
Oh yeah.
Let's trip. There you go.
Ooh, okay.
Oh.
That's actually a 21. That's a regular success. So it is stripped.
All right, I'll move away. Just right here. And just waste his action whatever he wants.
Yeah, he has to waste 2 actions now.
Funny
It is
you're up.
flat-footed, and because it did
So I
not
don't
take
need to
cover, it's actually easier to hit with ranged
Yeah, so I
attacks.
don't-
Oh yeah, tripping it also helped with this. That's a hit with sneak attack damage.
Then I got a 1.
Someone says maybe you should change to a melee weapon.
It's actually a good idea.
Stylish animated statue is gonna stand up. 2, 3, 4. It's just 1 action it has left.
Boy.
Okay, 24 is a hit, and expect to get hit in Pathfinder.
I
12.
will shield block that.
Okay, very good. So that's saved you 10 hit points so far, and also prevented another hit.
So this is resistant to all melee damage. I'm gonna swap to my sword.
Oh, nope.
I'm gonna try and trip it as well.
Ooh, you succeed.
Ooh.
That's
Hey.
actually a 15, and it's not the most nimble thing. Reach weapons reach 2 diagonals.
Prices.
Whoa, how many 20s have we had? Okay, you were angry. Let's see what happens.
Bless the Lord.
Rage plus the magic weapon plus.
Oh,
29. You have destroyed it. That is 23 damage. That was a level 3 creature. There was another cool thing. If you had wounded it less, I wanted this to happen, but you had to roll a 20. You would have compromised its armor, and its AC would have lowered by 4, and it would no longer have its hardness.
no.
Yeah.
But I kind of just bypassed it.
You skipped that chapter. Okay, cool. So that's our last combat of the day. some people have to go. Any concluding remarks?
That fight was
Fun.
rough.
That was fun.
It was rough, but it was fun. Yeah.
Yeah, I would say you guys were also a little lucky too.
Yeah.
There was a lot of misses it had. I'm surprised no one was knocked out.
I don't know. This is a ton of fun. I'm really enjoying this. I learned about Foundry today. I learned a lot about Pathfinder today. So, good day.
What do you think about your characters?
Honestly, it plays so much
Yeah.
It plays so much different than my usual barbarian. Like I can't rely on being tanky with my resistances.
Yep.
It's really fun. I like it, and being able to like use actual shoving, trip, grappled, and it's actually useful.
Yep.
Wow.
And you still have another action, and that tripping it, that was really helpful in making it waste an action. It could have, if it had another attack, it might have knocked out Dunmere.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Someone mentioned in chat, like if I didn't have shield block, then I would have gone down there.
Yeah, we're gonna do our second and final part, and during the next week's session, we'll also level up.
Cool.
Let's see if there's anything else.
Yeah, I'm glad you had fun because as a longtime DM, I know what it feels like when you're running a game and you're not having fun running it.
Yeah.
And sometimes you just gotta tell your players, all right, guys, we're starting a new campaign.
Sometime it's been brought up having not a players react event, which we are going to of course finish, but a GM's react thing. And since all of you have GM'd, it might be fun to spend some time talking about the GM's side of Pathfinder, because what you just said about me, it's not fun when the DM isn't having fun. I was cheering for the monsters there, and some of them were pretty tough, and I liked the fact that you guys were a little afraid. And so if in other systems that are less balanced, you can get anxious sometimes because sometimes it could be too strong, and you have to kind of pull your punches, and you don't get to just like let loose. But this is more, you can kind of trust the system. When you build an encounter in Pathfinder, it's either going to be trivial, low, moderate, severe, or extreme. And can people guess what the various fights were? And then the statue fight.
That was beefy.
That was beefy, yeah.
Okay. The 4 goblins was moderate.
Oh, really?
Yep. The climbing the the cliffs one was moderate also. The 6 undead was severe.
Oh.
And that animated statue was moderate.
Really? That was moderate?
Yeah.
Well, people were saying in chat, I think I kind of screwed us over there because I blocked him in so we couldn't get flank.
Absolutely.
When things are higher level than you, it can feel really tough just because a lot of it is just you're not used to it, but also it does have just better stats and more damage than you. So it is going to knock out a player or two. But this is where the action economy of the party comes in. If you have healing resources, if you have someone who can heal, then a knockout is kind of just a temporary setback. Yeah, and it's not a perfect balancing system, but it's fairly like I didn't have to, I just plugged in the levels in the encounter calculator, and it was pretty easy to make the encounters.
Let the math stand on its own.
Yeah. The goblins are kind of squishy. They're like minions, but they do a decent amount of damage, including that crit that one goblin did.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah. So there's some role of variance and luck, but it was still all manageable. Extreme would have been 2 of those statues.
Oh.
And by the math of the system, you would have a 50-50 chance of winning, and maybe a little less than that if it's at level 1. You have a little less to work with. Let's see what chat's saying. Yeah, people are saying, combat maneuvers are very useful. Be aware where you are in combat. People are also saying don't sleep on recall knowledge.
I forgot you can do that in combat, can't you?
Okay, cool. So I think that's it, and we'll continue next time. So
Awesome.
Continue to sequester, And then
Yes.
you will then be able to, after next week, look at stuff. Okay, see you then.
See ya.
See ya.
Okay.
Thanks for watching, everybody. Thanks
All
for
right,
running,
thank
Ron.
you, chat.